Women hate sex. Women hate men. Women like to control men. Let's get it underway here.
My wife
God,
stopped
this is
having
so
sex
good.
with me, so I stopped doing things for her.
Yeah.
Me, 37-year-old male, wife,
Yeah.
32 female, have been married for 7 years. We have 2 kids. For the first
Guy seems very excited about that. My wife stopped having sex with me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
few years, sex was great. Not just the physical part, but the connection. Then about 3 years ago, it slowed down a lot. Now we're basically roommates who co-parent. I've tried initiating, I've tried talking about it, I've tried planning date nights, even helping more around the house. Every time I bring it up, she says she's too tired or not in the mood, or that I make her feel pressured by even bringing it up. So about a year ago, I just stopped. Now she's upset that I've changed and that I'm not as loving anymore. I told her straight up that love feels different when it's one-sided.
Marriage is a negotiation. Sex is a point of leverage for women, typically. Kindnesses and all the little sweet things.
This guy, the messenger guy here who sent the message, total fool. Listen. His wife stopped having sex with him now, okay? Let me move this over here. She stopped having sex with him, okay? Now he thinks as a point of leverage and retaliation, I'm going to stop initiating then. She already told your ass no. So why do you think going in there and, oh, I showed her, I just stopped initiating. She doesn't want to begin with. That's not a leverage point, you dummy. You've just allowed her to have peace of mind and you didn't even say anything about it. You just shut up. You just took it and allowed her to apply that pressure. That's what happens in a lot. Now, it's kind of the equivalent, and women know this, but, oh, I didn't know it was such a big deal to him. Oh, yeah, right. Women know it. That's why they use it as the leverage point. That's why they use it. Imagine if a man didn't like something his wife was doing, so he goes in there one day and he says to her, listen here, wife, I don't like you haven't been scrubbing the pots enough or doing this down below the equator quite thoroughly to my liking. So I've decided I'm not going to let you eat anymore. What? I can't eat? I got to eat. No. You won't be eating anymore. That's what I've decided here. I've decided I don't feel emotionally ready to allow you to eat. It's not going to happen. Okay? I know. You can deal with that on your own. Don't even talk to me. I told you, don't talk to me about it. I told you, you're not going to eat. Now leave me alone. Okay? Don't pester me about it anymore. I've told you, it's over. Imagine that, okay? That's kind of the equivalent, because you got to think of it like this here. The man has married the woman. She is supposedly his sole source for getting that willy serviced, okay? So when she says no, that's not just one woman. It is, unless he's going to go and cheat and do that sort of thing, it is his whole access to that aspect of his life being removed. Can't allow it to happen. Cannot allow that to happen. Now, well, let's jump in here. I've ranted enough.
That I think women are far more drawn to is certainly a leverage point that men have. You are going to train your spouse. You are going to reinforce behavior you want more of, and you are going to quote unquote punish behavior that you want less of. That is plain and simple, and you can hide behind niceties and pretend that's not what's going on all you want, and marriage is going to be one long confusing endeavor for you. The reality is this is how we interface with the world. When someone does something you don't like, you tell them, you pull it up short, you draw boundaries, you say, I'm not going to put up with that anymore. I don't want that. Now, understand how to interact with people to actually get what you want. That a smile, a touch, a hug, kindness, doing something sweet for somebody.
Businesses can connect our...
Now, what you see is women use that as a point, withdrawn of the sex on it, because they know it's a powerful point that they can use to control the fellow.
You frame it as...
Okay. So, to them, it's kind of the biggest thing they can pull. And that usually will bring the man in line, unless I'm not even going to say unless, because remember the Will Smith type guy, okay? Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, whatever, I don't know the name, the wife, okay? She was out there having raunchy sex with that younger, one of her son's friends, or whatever it was. Will Smith, A-list celebrity. His wife's still out there doing that same junk to him, so it doesn't really matter on the status. The woman will keep climbing and pressing. You could be the lowest man on the totem pole. You can still respect yourself and apply boundaries. It doesn't matter. You just have to be willing to walk away. That's the strongest point a man could ever make. Just say, if this isn't met, then I cannot abide in the relationship here. It's not going to work out. And they have to mean it, mind you. They can't just say it and then keep getting rolled over on. They have to say it and they have to mean it. You have to apply it. That's where the self-respect comes in here for the modern man. Across all time, of course. But they need to say it, they need to respect themselves, and they need to stand firm by the boundary. Because if you put a boundary up, someone crosses it, and you say, well, okay, I'll move it back a little. I'll move it back a little. They know, they keep pushing. And it's just like a child or a dog, where if they're whimpering or whining, maybe they do it for a half hour. Then you go to them. They learn that they just need to whimper and whine longer. They need to apply more pressure for longer. And there will eventually come a point where you break and give in to them. That's the same thing the women apply here. When they withhold things from you, they are seeing how long will you put up with it, and will you indefinitely. And for a lot of men, I mean, you can read that on the dead bedrooms of the internet. That's where it's a sexless marriage. Goes on for a long time. You see the men, I haven't had sex with my wife in 10 years. Oh, me 6, me's 15 years. I don't understand how they say that. As if it is a point of pride that I haven't even asked her. She didn't want to. She doesn't want to. It doesn't help your case. You are just giving her what she wants and you're not getting anything you want out of it. They basically have a bickering standoff that has gone quiet, like a Cold War. Only she still gets the resources pumped into her and she's not getting the actual liquids pumped into her anymore.
As this is all tit for tat, everything is transactional in a relationship, you are also going to be confused and your life is going to be a nightmare and you're not going to understand like what's going on. If on the other hand, you go, hey, a big part of this game is manipulating my own emotions and manipulating their emotions, and everybody hates that word and I'm perfectly open. Influence, nudge, push, gently influence, like whatever people want to call it, fine. But the reality is that you are going to play a multi-decade, if it goes well, a multi-decade game of influencing your partner to do more of what you want and less of what you don't want. And you should welcome that they are going to do the same to you. And we broke something, Drew, when we stopped admitting that part of a woman's job is to make her man better. And part of a man's job is to put some boundaries on the emotional outbursts of a woman. That just is.
That's some sexism going on there, is it? Or is it truthism? Got to understand here, okay? These are the base natures, and I know the feminists like to argue against that these days. Oh, women, well, we're not a monolith, we're not all like that. It's true enough at the time that a man should assume it. Now, I think women could even agree on that, dealing with themselves. Would they admit it, though? If something is true enough times, the higher percentage of it is going to be accurate, then you have to plan for that, do you not? Otherwise, why would you go into a game knowing what the other team is going to do, most likely, and you don't even plan for it? You don't even have a plot or a counter. You don't have a way to react to it. You just assume it's not going to happen to you, which is, it's retarded. You can't be doing that. So, once again, this is the average woman, statistically, will, whether she intentionally means to say, I'm going to manipulate you, I don't necessarily think they all believe that to the same degree, but the actions dictate what happens. So whether they believe it, whether they see it, whether they think it, doesn't really matter to the person receiving it. So if that same playbook is handed out to each woman at birth, essentially, the men most certainly need to be ready for it.
I am a better person because of my wife. I pushed for more, I strive for more because she had huge demands of me. And it has been awesome. And thank God that when I did something cool, that woman would touch my genitals, Drew. And when I literally told her one day, the way to my heart is not through my stomach, it's through my dick. And if you understand that, we are going to get along really fucking well. And so she was like, oh, word. So I remember.
Say less, fam.
No, we're going to say more. We're really about to go deep. And my wife is going to have to forgive me for
Going
airing
deep.
all of this stuff. And look, I get it. Someone's saying, Tom, kind of icky right now. Scrubadurba, I'm just letting you know how this all plays out. And I've been married
See,
for 23 glorious years.
This is what people are trying to. Oh, Tom, don't say that. That's the guy here on the right. Don't say that, Tom. Oh, it's getting kind of gross. Well, this is the successful part of the relationship for most men. So why would you not want to speak about this here? What fathomable reality would there be for you not speaking about that? What could there possibly be? He's giving you the success points. Maybe I'll coin that one. The successful points he's had in dealing with the relationships, okay? I don't think this fellow here is an anomaly at all. Far from it. He communicated to the woman, hey, listen here. If you want this to work out, then you're going to need to get down there and work this out. And apparently that's been greatly successful. So other people are already trying to put him down here. Say, no, Tom, you can't do that, man. What are you doing? You're crazy out here. You can't put this online. Shut up. You're getting tangible, usable advice from someone who's dealt with it.
It's been amazing.
I'm about to see her later, Tom.
So,
Come on.
I know. My wife was like, she really enjoyed shopping and I didn't. And I was like, if you touch me up in the changing room, we're going to have no problems. I'll go shopping with you as much as you want. So she started touching me up in the changing room. And I was like, let's go shopping. So
You wake her up on a Saturday morning,
Now-
she's ready to.
Real quick with it. I want to note that this can also be turned into manipulation towards a man still, where she thinks, okay, I'll get this from him. Oh, how's that little Willie doing? Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, you want me to buy that stuff now? You want to buy that for me? And that is kind of a form of prostitution here. Let's be real about it. If you think every problem can be solved by a little yank of the Willie, you got another thing coming. Quite literally. Because it's not all just from that. Now, it is, if without it, a lot of it is removed. Okay, if there's no Willie yanking, then the whole rest of the relationship, for the most part, most men are going to be totally like, oh, screw this. They may not leave due to circumstances, logistics, children, whatever else, but they will want out of it. Mentally, they will pull out of there. And a lot of times, the woman, if she is wanting to withdraw the sex on there, you know already she doesn't care too much about the fellow. Unless, I'll give you some credit, maybe some medical condition here or there about the matter. But for the most part, the women, no. If they don't want to be servicing the D, it's because they don't really care all that much about you. If they cared, let's say she wasn't even that interested in having sex on it. Let's just put that out. Let's just say she's not interested in it. If she's interested in you and likes you, she would still be there. Maybe hands, mouth, get you a toy, play along with you. Something she could do to help you on that because she wants to help you. So the real matter here is not a woman liking sex or not. It is a woman willing to service your needs. And by withdrawing sex, for the majority of the women here now are signaling, I no longer care about your needs, but I want mine met. And they just don't have anything to do with having sex with you, but I still want them met. And when you understand that about the women's psychology, I think it becomes quite clear that when sexual withdrawal is not just a form of, I lost my libido. No. It's usually something much, much graver than that and signals to the relationship that you are in a mighty big trouble. And it's wise. I would say it's wise for the man to put his foot down right then and there, or cut it off. Divorce the lady. Get rid of her. Just out of self-respect on that. And because of what it signals.
To go shopping today.
Of course. Who wouldn't, Drew? So I'm just saying, I don't get why people are so weird about this. Like, what is it that you want? Communicate to your spouse. Let them know the things you like. Let them know the things you don't like. And don't be transactional. Try to figure out, like, how do we get connected over this? How do we bond over this? How do we understand life is hard? We're doing it together. That I want you to shape me. I want to shape you, but I want to love and be loved, and I want grace. And when I mess up, I don't want you to just immediately tit for tat. It's like, you've got to have, grace is what I call shock absorbers. You've got to let the person do things where it's like, okay, look, that's kind of wacky, but I'm not going to jump in and draw a hard line every time that you, I remember Lisa and I, we would say, look, if you're about to come on your period and you're being overly emotional, I'm going to let you cross like 10 lines. And then line 11, I will eventually say, and this was a magic phrase, I think that your response is disproportionate to the stimulus. And that was a way of just saying, listen, I've been absorbing all of these things that feel like overreactions, but I might be wrong, and maybe that's not it. Maybe there really is something real here. But there isn't
That would require the woman to have a level, rational head and think, you know what, maybe husband is right here. I am overreacting. That seem too plausible? So anyway, I'm going to cut this one a little bit short here, man. I'm not going to do the whole... I've seen enough done enough ranting on it here that I think I have made my point clear enough for the purposes. Man, if it's withdrawn, it's a power play, it's a leverage point. It speaks to the entirety of the relationship, the overall dynamic that you have left, okay? So be aware of that, man. When it happens, it's not by coincidence, unless there's one of those rare medical conditions that it comes about from. And even then, she should be wanting to fix that if she cares that about you. If she cares much about you, that's what you got to judge it based on that action, not just the initial comment of, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, but think, okay, why is she still doing this other stuff? Does she make an effort? Is she still trying? Or did she just make that power play to rid herself of a duty that she no longer wants to perform or an activity she no longer wants to be involved in? And don't end up like those dumb fools online saying, yeah, I haven't asked my wife for sex in 10 years. She doesn't care about that. Come on. You're not winning. You are losing. And your life is ticking on by. Anyway, speaking of ticking on by, hit the subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me if this is similar to your situation at all. If you ever know someone like that. Or if a woman ever tried to leverage it on you. And for the women, this would require, I may not even say it, it would require pure honesty. Look, how many of the women have ever tried to leverage sex, manipulate him regarding sex to get what they wanted? How many women have withheld it, knowing, okay, let's see how long you can wait now when mama withholds that pee, huh? How long you gonna last? How many of you women have done that? And I want to know, goddammit, because I know what percent do we think? What percent of women do we imagine have done that sort of thing? It's going to be very high. Anyway, till next time, boys and girls, Ghostmas, fade now.